Hey guys, this is Lamptey. So during this period of the coronavirus pandemic, a lot of people have taken advantage to be a bit creative. So for this, I've seen a lot of interesting and creative stuff over the internet. And today I decided to take my turn to also build myself something interesting. So for me, I've actually been in the need of a softbox for my studio lights, which are rectangular in shape for some time now. And because of the shape of them, it's been a bit difficult for me to get the kind of softbox that I need. So today I decided I was going to build myself one, and of course I got myself into it, and I happened to have a successful finish. So I'm going to go through the processes that I went about building the softbox. But before getting there, I want to show you the tools that I use in going about every aspect of it. So before getting started, there was a need for me to do some short research over the internet to see the kind of sizes available and the kind of size I would want to build for myself. So after doing that, I did some basic sketch over here, as you can see. So I just sketched something small out, and then after doing that, I had to use my tape measure to be able to get a size that I was looking at. So I went about measuring to get an accurate size, and then after doing that, I used my marker and ruling out my lines before I went ahead to cut. So I also used the tri-square and going about the process. And then after doing that, I used my scissors to cut, as well as I used my cutter to assist in cutting. And then after doing that, I had to use my foil here to do the lining and the box or the cardboard. So I use my foil to do the lining by the assistance of this glue gun over here, which has glue in it. So it's you have to plug it goes hot, and then you go about applying the glue. So after doing that, then there was a need for me to be able to get the boxes or the cardboard side by side. So I had to use my glue gun to glue the edges, as well as I used my staple gun to also go about stapling it. And then of course I needed some pins to be able to do that, as well as I needed a masking tape to be able to mask that, or just tape the edges of the box, as well as that inner edges, as well as the outer edges, and then around it. And then I needed this fabric over here, which is called stiffener or stiff, I don't really remember, to do the frontal part, which is actually playing a very vital role. It's absorbing a bit of the light, as well as the foils inside are reflecting the light against each other, so it's giving it a bit of even light inside. So I think basically these are the tools that I use in going about it, the tools and materials I use in going about the process. So let's go ahead and then take a look at the process itself. It took some hours. I started around 11 a.m. Then I finished around, I think, 5-6. Of course, I took about an hour of break, and I also spent like about an hour to get the materials and then some of the tools that I was going to use in the process. Most of the tools are tools that I already own or already have, so it was easier going about this process. So let's go ahead and take a look at how I went about building the softbox. So I started off by marking out and then cutting the cardboard into different sizes. So I had two different sizes, 50 to the top, 50 to the left or right, and then 27 centimeters to the base. And then the next one also 45 centimeters to the top, 50 to the left or right, and then 19.5 to the base. Then I went ahead to mark it on the cardboard itself, and then I began cutting. So then I got to the next paper, and then I also had to cut it out to get to the desired side that I wanted. And then after doing so, I went ahead to check with the light box, and then went ahead to fold the edges of the cardboard so that I'll be able to clip them together easily. So I then tested to see if it was going to fit at the edges, and then I went ahead to apply my foil on top using the glue gun. So I went ahead to repeat this process on the other cardboard to make sure I had all, and then I began stapling it to side by side. So I repeated the process to make sure I had all my four sides, and then I was fortunate to have a friend come assist me complete that part. So then when I was done, then I went ahead to apply masking tape to the edges as well as around it to be able to keep it firm. And then I went ahead to test with my studio light to see if it was going to work, and it actually worked. So now I needed to do some small finishing by adding masking tape and then applying my stiff or my paper at the base at the top of it, and then I tried it again with the stiff to make sure it was right. And then I went ahead to try it on my stand to see how that was going to bright, and it actually worked out very well. So as you can see, that is the Softbox. It works perfectly well. What I'll do next is spray the side of it with a black color, and then that should be it. So as you can see, it took some time and some effort to be able to get everything done. Finally, I got some assistance to be able to finish the later part of the whole process. But it was an interesting project that I actually decided to work on, and it turned out very successful. So what you see isn't the finish yet. I'm going to spray it, the outside part of it, a bit, black or matte black. Yeah, so that's the color I'm going to use to spray so that it looks even with the stand. I guess you find this video interesting, you've learned something. In case there's something you don't really understand, or yeah, you want to get clarification, just go ahead and then leave your comments in the comment section below, and I'll be very glad to respond to them. So once again, my name is Lamptey. Thank you very much for watching, and in case if you haven't subscribed yet, of course kindly hit the subscribe button, and then don't forget to hit on the bell as well, so that anytime there's a new video you get to see it. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.